Good morning, everybody. I am Russ. That is Steph. That is Chris. And it is a wonderful, wonderful Freaky Friday day. Hey, I got a question, Chris, before we start.
I got an answer, Russ, before we get started.
Do you remember, and Stephanie was there too, do you remember, this goes into our first subject, what was the name of that, those people that were that we thought were promoting their movie, but they were actually at AFM suing the guy saying he stole it. Do you remember the story, either one of you? I cannot remember the full story.
Oh, I can't remember
the full story.
Kind of what happened.
He broke into their office and stole all the negatives, put the film together, and had it at AFM selling it.
And didn't we think that it was like, oh, okay.
We thought it was a promotion at first.
I'll say it. The people we saw that were saying somebody stole their movie, we were like,
rough looking.
Really?
Rough looking.
Yeah.
Really? Somebody really stole your movie.
Yeah.
Then we went, if that happened, it really sucked. Then it went into, is it just a publicity stunt to get people to the screening?
Yep.
Well, it turns out it wasn't.
No, it was on, in fact, it was on Yahoo, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah, something. Yeah, I remember.
Now, that you didn't hear about probably too much because it wasn't an award-winning film.
Right.
This is an award-winning 9 nominations for the Oscar film, The Hurt Locker, and they're being sued by a master sergeant. Why?
Well, this master sergeant said that the whole entire movie is based on him. Like, even like a nickname that this guy is called in the movie, in The Hurt Locker, and unfortunately I haven't seen it yet, but I want to. His nickname in the movie was this master sergeant's call name. I mean, it's like there's so many things, and so he's suing multi-million-dollar suit because he said it's about him.
Go ahead. Chris, go ahead. You have your hand up.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Was supposedly about all of his childhood friends that he grew up with, and a couple of them tried to sue him for that and did not win.
Yeah, I mean,
I think if you tell your story, if you don't go in like, hey man, we're going to make a movie about it, this is a great movie, it'll be great. You know, I'm sure they paid him something for it, because everybody gets paid in Hollywood. He just wants to reap the benefits of the 9.
Well, I don't know if
we don't know the whole story.
So I don't know if he wrote a book, if it's his memoirs.
He didn't say anything about him writing a book.
If it was his best friend over there who told the story, and it happened to be, he knew all the names.
Yeah.
You don't know all that.
Now this is James Cameron's first wife. I don't even remember her name. Who is up against him in Avatar? She should beat him in the winning the best. They're saying best.
Well,
movie.
they shot it. They shot it totally a documentary style.
Oh yeah.
And it's one of those that the critics love, but everybody I've heard that watched it.
Yeah, I've heard that.
You know, but it's the critic. Oh, this is the gritty. It looks so real.
The real,
you know.
and
So
now,
like Cowboy and Lucky didn't look real.
No,
when we were.
It was amazing though.
Walking.
It was so raw and just
natural,
full with comedy and emotion. It was great. It was great.
Action.
Now, I'm all about being sued or suing somebody, or if it comes to it.
Oh, really? Okay.
But I'm thinking this guy might have the right. I'm on his side. I'm on this guy's side.
Yeah, and I mean, this next story is another being sued story, but I really like this show, The Doctors.
Yeah.
It's really informative, and that head host doctor, he's hot. He is hot.
I knew it would come to that.
There you go.
But it really is an informative show. I mean, they have him as a doctor. They have a female doctor. They have a pediatric doctor, and then they have a plastic surgeon. And all of them give their, I mean, you know, they have all these stories and stuff. Well, this guy is suing because he said that he needed this surgery for penis pimples. And
You have to say it like that.
yeah, I'm like, and
They call that the old PP, I think.
Yep, I think it is.
and so he contacted the doctor, the plastic surgeon, and said that he wanted to have the surgery to have those removed. And they made him a deal. It's a $4,500 surgery. We will waive the fee of the surgery if you will allow us to use your story on the show. Well, his understanding was it would be just in front of doctors, just in front of medical students, and he's pissed because it was in front of a live studio audience.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what gets me.
You said pissed with penis.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what gets me is you buy toys and you buy condoms that are studded.
Yeah, you might not want to have those removed.
It might have gave pleasure. I don't know.
They probably aren't that attractive.
Well, he's suing because they
Wait a
put him
minute.
on.
Our penis is
That's what I was
attractive.
supposed to
Period.
say. Is there?
But you put a penis
It ain't like,
pimple
man,
out
that
there.
That is good look.
That is so hot. I'd rather look at that than you. Is that how it works?
I just
Have you ever heard that before?
I think, well,
Hey, do you have to be here? Can you leave? Can you just leave that?
can you leave? Now listen, speaking of moose knuckles, we have an 18-year-old girl who is in Japan, signed as she will be the first woman ever to play in the Japan Major League Baseball because
Iriyo
of
Shida.
her knuckleball.
Yeah.
Because she
That was
can
a
throw
great
knuckleball.
segue, by the way.
No, I know. 18 years old. Can you believe that?
Now listen, Tim Wakefield, Joe Negro, and Phil Negro, they were around for a long time, especially Phil because he could throw the knuckleball.
He pitched till he was 76.
Yeah, him and Gaylord Perry. Now, Tim Wakefield is starting, I think it's his 15th or 16th season because he can throw that knuckleball. It does this, folks. If you don't know anything about a knuckleball, you just grip it on the seams and you push it, and that ball does that. It floats. It has no spin.
Mm-hmm.
And major league players who are timing is just they can't.
It throws them off.
There's- yeah, there's
Now, when
saying-
they hit it, they hit it
it's
a
gone.
mile.
It's gone.
They hit it a mile.
They're saying
But
that
that's
there's
really
only
cool.
like a handful of really good
Yeah, it is
knuckleball throwers.
and for this to be an 18-year-old girl,
She could pitch forever.
she could pitch forever. You're absolutely
You know, I
right.
got a random topic here.
Throw it out.
I was taking a shower, and during the wintertime, sometimes you run out of hot water in the house a lot quicker than in the summer.
That is true.
Okay? I'm going to throw out a question to the panel. You turn your water on, all right? If it's too hot, I add cold water.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you?
If it's too hot, well, yes, I add cold water.
Or do you take away the hot?
No, I'm asking.
Wait a second.
I add cold water.
Are you talking about in the shower or the bath?
Shower.
Yes, if I get in and the water's, because that's hot water.
Even in the bath, I put my hot and I move my cold to get it where I need it.
Yeah, I would add cold.
I definitely do in the shower.
So, I'm wondering, it's wintertime,
Right?
why wouldn't I just take a little hot out to where I have a little more hot water rather than turning the hot water on and adding cold? As long as I don't kill my stream.
Well,
This show is a plethora of knowledge.
this is, because now I'm with you now. So when you get in, you flip it all the way over to hot. It's all the
You
way
turn
over.
your hot on.
Completely. And then you
Instead
and then you turn your cold, and then instead of,
Not that I shower with everybody I know, but everybody that I've seen shower, they turn the hot on and they work the cold.
that's exactly.
So instead of trying to
yeah.
conserve your hot,
So you're saying.
You just kind of move your cold around.
So you're saying take the hot and just don't turn it on as far, and it'll last longer. I have never tried that.
I did that. I did that in my last shower. I turned it on and I went, Marissa has to still get ready to go to school.
Now this was last week, your last shower.
Yeah, maybe.